Z93, today's classic rock. Good morning. It is your morning rush with Scotty Perry. Well, happy Wednesday or hump day, whatever you want to call it. We're basically halfway through this week. Today on the show, we're going to talk about some strange Christmas family traditions, the type of plans we make last minute, and more. But first, here's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Z93, today's classic rock. Now check this out. Here's something we got to talk about because obviously there's gross people out there doing this thing. It's bad news for the out-of-control perverts. Starbucks just announced they're going to start banning people from using their Wi-Fi to watch porn. That's right. The ban is going to start next year in 2019. But I just can't believe that there's actually people who would watch that stuff in public. For goodness sakes, go to your car, man. Next, we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. We'll also see how that ride to work and school's moving along. Some Pink Floyd, AWOL Nation, and Ozzy. Z93. Z93, today's classic rock. Good morning. It is your morning rush with Scotty Perry. And 56% of people say they make lots of last-minute decisions, according to a new survey. And the types of plans we're most likely to make spontaneously are weekend plans, plans for the night, and going to concerts, because music rules. All right, here's Drowning Pool. Z93, today's classic rock. And Poison's own Brett Michaels rolls into Catskill World Resorts on December 30th, thanks to us here at Z93. You can get more info, Z93HV.com. 1 out of 5 families say they have at least one strange Christmas tradition, according to a new survey. That includes things like dressing the cat up in a holiday costume or watching horror movies on Christmas Day, which sounds absolutely pleasant. Next, we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. Plus, we'll see how that ride to work and school's moving along. Some Foo Fighters, Def Leppard, and U2 on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock. Good morning. It is your morning rush with Scotty Perry. Now check this out. Pencils and pens are the top things that we steal from work. 38% of us have done it. The rest of the top 5 things are stationery, printer paper, staplers, and food from the kitchen, which is an epidemic at this place, according to all the notes on the fridge. Toilet paper just missed the top 5, and 7% of people have stolen a roll from work, which is just sad, you ass wipes. Here's Pearl Jam. Z93, today's classic rock. Now check this out. A family in New Jersey's getting some heat because of the crazy Christmas decorations they put up every year that draw hundreds of tourists from around the area and all over the place to check out the display. The neighbors there are the ones that complained. So this year, the city's going to fine the family $3,000 per night. The family is planning to go ahead with their light show anyway. The dad says that if the city has a problem with it, they'll have to talk to his attorney about him and his First Amendment rights being violated. All right, that's the way to stick it to the system, man. Next, we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. We'll also see how that ride to work and school's moving along. Some 3 Days Grace, Van Halen, and Foreigner on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock. The Fail Army's back with the fails of the week for November, the 4th week there. And this one is a little slower than last week's, but it's still going to make you feel really good about yourself and these poor fools making fools of themselves. The worst one, I think, this week is a poor guy who eats it at a parkour gym. He's trying to jump over a wall and he catches the next one and he wrecks his mouth on the edge of the wall. He probably definitely lost some teeth on that one. You can check out the video now by heading to my blog, Z93HV.com. The keyword is Scotty. Next, we're checking in with HudsonValleyWeather.com. Plus, we got some Bon Jovi, the Foo Fighters, and AC/DC on Z93. Z93, today's classic rock. Pearl Jam there, even flow for Horse in Kingston. And that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out today. I really, really appreciate you being here. Don't forget, coming up next at 10 a.m., you got my man Gary C. getting you through till 2. That's when the Tig Man takes you over. He gets you through till 7, then beginning tomorrow here at 6 a.m., the morning rush gets you going again. I'll see you then. And until then, you stay classy, Hudson Valley.